Hey, y'all, what's up? Oh, my gray. This is the only one that grows out the front of my hair. The rest of them grow in the middle. I need to color my hair. Um, I'm tired. I hope everyone has had a great day. We talk about Smackdown. So Smackdown started with my girl, Bianca Belair, and she came out with this two-tone red outfit. It was red one side, sequins red on the other side. Sorry. And with the back look like just like a um peacock or like a um um penguin type flare out, and then the red boots that was cute, and she come out talking, damage control talks, and then Charlotte come, with her one piece, and Shotzi come at the same time, and I was like, ironically, both of their government names are Ashley's, so it's like Bianca with the Ashley. All I can think about is recess, like Ashley A, Ashley B, Ashley C. But ooh, they come out, do their thing. Then after that, like SmackDown's pretty good. And then they go like do the back, and Bianca, Bayley was like, I didn't know about it. So people were like, she getting kicked out. I said they fading her out of the group because I thought she was gonna get beat up, or either before War Games, or they was gonna they were going to either before War Games, or they were gonna get her at War Games. But now I'm thinking it's gonna be either at that they were going to it's bothering me, that's why I mess with it. I think they're gonna do either Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. So that they're gonna let it rock to the new year. We only got 30 days to the new year. That's crazy, ain't it? Like, it was just February 2 months ago. It was just Halloween last week. My mom would be like, because my family look at me crazy. Okay, so every time September comes, the end of the year speeds by. Every time my birthday comes, which is September 7th, the year goes like that. Okay, because for me, it's my birthday, and then, it's like a week after school start. Then it's my birthday, and then once the kids start school, and then here in North Carolina, the fair is at the beginning of October. Then it's all the homecomings, the HBCU and the PWIs. And North Carolina got a lot of colleges. Every week is HBCU. And then after that, it's Halloween. Then it's Thanksgiving. My son's soccer season ends. His basketball season begins. And then he got basketball tomorrow. And then cold and flu season, unfortunately. Then it's like Christmas. And I'm like, it's 24 days till Christmas. So when I say stuff, I'll be like, yeah, cause I need to get something for October or something like that. She'll say, you'll be September. I'll be like, I'll be like, Halloween gonna be here in 2 weeks. And he look at me like, I'll be like, logically it's not, we know. I said, but it feels like 2 weeks ago we just had Halloween, and then last week we just had Thanksgiving. Like, literally. Technically we did have Thanksgiving last week, but y'all know what I mean. And yeah, so I don't think that's gonna happen until then. And then what else? I'm trying to think what happened after that. Oh, and then the Butch joint. Y'all know that's my man's. I like Butch. And I've been advocating for Bobby to have a match because he was signed since May. And I think this is only his second or third match. And I was like, why was he a title holder for so long, beat Omos, beat Brock Lesnar, and is on the shelf. Like, that's what was pissing me off about the match. Like, y'all act like he's incapable to fight. He is very much capable to fight. Okay. So, they fought. Poor Butch tried his hardest. I was like, it'll be the grace of God that he wins it or Sheamus come out. Something I said, because Ridge just leave him hanging. And I was like, he ain't got no support, because at least like Bobby had the Street Profits out there, and we thought Butch was gonna tap out. And Montel was like, he got a lot of heart. He got a lot of heart. I said, dude, he do got a lot of heart, because a lot of people would have gave up. And then yeah, a lot of people would have gave up. And I was like, I've seen Butch, the dudes that he teamed up with in NXT. If Sheamus don't come back or Ridge don't get his head in the game, I see him either being solo for a little bit, or I see him teaming up with the dudes from NXT. I can't remember their names right now, that he helped like last month NXT. And then it's this glare. I gotta buy glasses with no glare. My other glasses, I have the same glasses like this without glare, but one of these are broke, like, and they can't be fixed. But they're brown. Excuse me. And then what else? Oh, so then, Pretty Deadly makes fun of him. Oh, you're alone. Da-da-da. And I was like, Elton Prince, I like his outfit. Um, I like this outfit. Poor Butch just lost the match and got slammed into the thing. Oh, speaking of outfits, Dakota, I like the black and pink hair, because you know that Neapolitan hair I've been talking about. Never liked that. Honestly, I like Bianca's outfit. Oscar had the best hair and makeup for me. It was the makeup with the contacts. Cause I was like, yes, makeup, okay. I don't care if it's the clown makeup or whatever. It was dope. And honestly, okay, so she wears the makeup under the mask, which kind of looks like a mask or a clown thing or whatever. So I'm like, how many people behind the scenes, even on in let's watching or they're live, don't like clowns and they get freaked out by her makeup? Is it just the makeup for clowns that freak people out, or is it like she's good because she ain't got the nose? Because some people, it's more so the phobia of the nose. I don't know if it's because people watch like Killer Clown growing up or it, you know, but I don't understand the phobia. I don't have it. So that's why I can't be like sympathetic. Like, I can be sympathetic, like, I know how you feel. I have a phobia of certain things because of horror movies. That's not my judge. But like a clown, I don't know. So then that happened. I still ain't watch NXT. I'm mad about it. Did I watch? I haven't watched NXT, I don't think, in 2 weeks. Nope. I'm slacking. Even though I only just started watching like last month. Like, but now I'm like invested, because I'm like, I saw some of the highlights and I'm like, so they just gonna make it seem like Carmelo ain't attack Trick? Like, what are we doing? And then I saw parts of Raw, which looked really good, and I'm mad that I didn't watch it because I wanted to see the Ivar and Bronson fight. That fight looked interesting. First of all, Viking Raiders this year have impressed me. I didn't know that they were capable. I know people get signed, because they are phenomenal. But like, you don't know what they could do, because sometimes people be signed for years because the people see what they're capable of, but then put them on the shelf. But Viking Raiders have been a huge factor for Raw this year, since they got traded. The past 6 months since made. They have been a huge factor in disrupting tag teams or whatever. But that Ira versus Bronson match, I'm gonna go back and watch it when I get done with this. Then I saw the conversation with Drew and Seth after Seth was like, "Sorry to tell you, I'm fighting Jay for the championship." I'm like, oh, okay. And I said, if it's gonna be somebody to interrupt that, it wouldn't be one of his brothers from the bloodline. It would be Drew. Because Drew was like, I pinned him 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, yeah, you did. Because Jay has never beat you since the pandemic. But you lost to Seth. So how you going to get mad? It's not like you pinned Seth and then the ref ain't see it. And then he's still champion. And then he's fighting Jay. You lost to Seth. Like, it's not for him to move on. So you feel like because they tortured you for how many ever years, they don't deserve to fight for the title? Or are you going to torture them for the same amount of years they tortured you and just be even like that? Like, I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding. And then, of course, the women matches are good. I always love the women matches. They've gotten more interesting because, of course, like I said, the women's storylines in Raw, to me, have carried the past year and a half, been carrying, even when the men's stuff was kind of stale, which it was, because even like the tweets and stuff I was watching, it was like, this is still, and I had mentioned last week or week before, like, it's always like a month in the year, the whole year goes phenomenal, and then it's like 2 weeks to a month of the year towards the end where the storyline gets dull or stuff doesn't make sense, and you're like, what the hell? Like that, the first time I took my son to Raw when they came to Charlotte, like that whole segment, and that was not at all it. Excuse me. And I noticed because Charlotte is one of the major cities. Charlotte is more populated and more advanced than Raleigh, where I stay at. Raleigh's crowd was more hype and Smackdown when they came here in July. And Charlotte is normally like that. But because the storyline was like, it got so bad that the superstars was like, come on, Charlotte. Or the commentator on it was like, make some noise. And I'm like, because we are bored. Like, people in front of me were texting on their phone. Like, and that's what last night felt like. Like, it felt like it had maybe one or two good segments or good matches. And that was it. Like, people were probably pissed. Or the dark matches were probably better. Dark match was probably better than one of the show matches. Also, I am so glad that R-Truth is back. Because I think I saw something on X. It was like, certain people or fans are excited about Randy. Like, something's excited about C Punk. It was like, legends are excited about R-Truth. I said, okay. I said, because we know he is the real exciting comeback. That's why when like WWE had on X, what was your favorite comeback? And I put R-Truth. I'm like, he is hilarious. He's like Jimmy. He is TV gold, okay? When he was at the Judgment Day and just saw the segment, him on their couch eating them strawberry joints from Little Debbie's. I was dying, but that's not even what had me weak. It was, oh, can I join y'all for War Games? And Damien with a straight face was like, War Games was 2 days ago. And he's like, oh, he said already happened. He said, oh, what did y'all win? He said, how'd I do? I was like, wait, what? Like, what you mean? How you do? And then before, like, I was watching Smackdown today on YouTube. WWE has the things like the funniest moments of WWE 2023. So of course it was like the one with Seth had his arm around Rhea, and then the New Day with Alpha Academy, then the New Day on stage with Theory and The Miz, and then LA Knight with Grayson Waller, and um, of course the press conference with Jay and Cody. That's top 5, but it was another one before that. But for me, the funniest ones, and then they had the ones that I would have crowned the funniest ones, and they was all Jimmy. Like they had all 3 hits back to back. Like the one where he was like, "No yeet." I watched that on the YouTube thing. I was still cracking up. I'm waiting for a shirt. He comes out with a no yeet shirt. I promise it's selling out, and I'm buying it. I put it on Twitter, on X. I put it on his Instagram. I mean, his brother's Instagram, because he's promoting the thing. I was like, I'm gonna get the yeet shirt for my son. My son loves Jey Uso. Loves Jey Uso. But if he come out with a no yeet shirt, Jimmy, I'm buying the no yeet shirt. Okay, I'm gonna have that in my adult size. Get my son's yeet shirt in his size. That's it. I was like, they showed that. Then they showed 2 weeks before that when he on the couch. He was like, audible hot route. He was like, I'm on the injured reserve list. I can't do nothing. Little Giants, he was like, I'm off the reserve list. I can do something. Then they showed a week before that when he was like, time out. I'm like, this man is TV gold. Like, keep him on. Like, and I know a lot of it is him being him, personality wise, but I'm like, he is hilarious. Like, getting paid just to be himself. Like, it's working, because it's, to me, I'm crying every time he talks on TV. I'm crying laughing, like crying. Like I said, that no yeet thing was what, 3 weeks ago. Every time I see it, I'm still, and it's not just the fact the way he says it. Like I always say, it's the facial expression when he says it. And what else? I also watched I was doing something. Oh, I was cooking. I was watching Up, Down, Down, the first of 5 Tekken Fridays. Woods had put up from when they were overseas a month ago, which I missed. That was one of my favorite things, because really, before I honestly got into watching wrestling with my son, I would watch that. And like I said, Total Divas, Total Bella, Mr. Miz. Like, I was watching most show, the reality show, and real life stuff versus the wrestling. So I'm glad the first of 5 is back. And it could be first of 5 anything. It ain't necessarily gotta be Tekken. It could be, well, I don't know. Not first. You can't play first of 5 with that, because that'll be all day. Unless you, no, that'll still be all day. I was gonna say best 2 out of 3 Madden games, but you would have to make the quarters what? I was like, even if you make them 5 minutes, that'll be like an hour after they edit everything. That would still be like an hour video. But the first of 5 Fridays was an hour long video, and honestly, I thought it was gonna be whoever versus whoever won. It was Kofi, and I was about to say Josh, like I know him, and Jay the whole time. And then I'm gonna comment on that video, because I'm like, why he still wearing them glasses? He wore them when school's out. He wore them the last time they all played, and they was going in on his glasses, Kofi's shirt, and I'm gonna mess up his name. The first Up Down Down champion. I don't want to say his name because I'm gonna mess it up. I know how to spell it. I just don't know how to say it right. But and his hat, and I was in there crying, laughing. Like, I know it's gonna be a different, because Shelton isn't there and stuff like that, and I know he was a big part of it. So that's it. Just like when Joe left, Samoa Joe left, and he was like um power be to the power game or something I think he used to say. And then I think Kofi had said it one time, and then somebody put in the comments, or I think Woods had said something about it, and everybody put in the comments like, y'all know, now y'all know Samoa Joe came up with that or something like that. I was like, they can't mention him. I think that's in their contract. Versus, that's the only sucky thing I probably think will be about their contract, because you can't really keep in touch with people that moved on other wrestling things. I think because Jada put something on her page, and she was like, somebody tagged this wrestler in it from AEW. She was like, I can't do it. And I was like, but not less, I guess, if you're a veteran or you're like at another, what is going on? Another wrestling thing like Impact or AEW or whatever, I guess you can do that. I don't know. Anyways, after that, it was it? Oh, it was Santos versus Joaquin, I think. I want to say. Yeah. So it was Santos versus Joaquin. And I was like, you could tell Santos went full heel because he ain't got them braids in his hair. I remember when he was part of LWO and Legado de Fantasma, he either had 2 braids or he had 1 braid. And then at the pay-per-view, he had 5 braids. And then today, he just had his hair wet. And now I said, oh, he changed his whole look. And I was like, something as simple as hair. That's why I always be talking about hair. Mine's was a mess. Can change a person's entire look. And yeah, so I'm like, wow, I was like, he looks great. But then Joaquin came out. I think he's cute too. And he came out with his gear, which I love, because y'all know lime neon green is my color. It has been since I was 10, when I was a huge Spice Girls fan. And I had the only 2 Spice Girl dolls I had was Posh and Scary Spice, ironically. But we had the Spice World movie. I found a DVD at Walmart. I think the year of the pandemic, for when the pandemic started, for $4. I bought it too. But Scary was my girl. Like, I love Scary down. You get me? And when I watched the movie, her thing was lime green, and I was like, I like that color, and I've been rocking with it since. Like, bright. It's everything. It lights up a room. It brings attention. Even, and it doesn't even have to be a lot of lime green. It can be subtle, but people will pay attention. And like the size of his pants were like the lime green, and then he had the matching gloves. I said, okay, gear. And what is going on? My stomach, I'm hungry. And then that was a good match because I thought it was gonna be over before it was over. And then Santos won, and then he started beating Joaquin up some more, and Dragon Lee came out, and I was like, I'm loving these intro songs. Like, y'all know I love Bianca and Solo and EO's intro song, but I'm like, Santos song is alright. Dragon Lee's got a good song. Grayson got a good song. Like, they doing it over there at Smackdown. They got all the good songs. And then and then Logan came out, right? So when his music playing, first that bird sound, the phoenix or the falcon or whatever, then his music started playing, and I said, who the hell is that? I was like, who is that? And my son was like, that's Logan. I was like, ironically, so I've been watching, like I told you, I started rewatching wrestling now, a year and a half now. I know everybody's theme song. I said every time he comes out, my lashes is like I'm trying to go on my eye. Every time he comes out, I never know it's him coming out. Like not unless like when they're walking down and the camera's back up and then they show the Phoenix on the screen production. I don't know it's him because I don't remember his theme song. I was like, that's sad. That is sad because I'm like, Roman, I think Logan comes on about the same amount or a little bit more than Roman. And I know Roman's song, but I was like, I can't remember. I mean, yeah, Roman's song, but I can't remember Logan's to save my life. Like, so he comes out, says what he says, and then when he says, I'm the fastest rising star in the WWE. So I was like, that made me be like, okay, LA Knight's about to come out. But he didn't. So KO come out. And then KO get to talking. He got the beef with Theory and Grayson Waller. And so I was like, went from the KO show to the Grayson Waller effect featuring Theory. And then they did all the smack talking for Theory to get punched in his face again. I'm like, y'all not gonna learn, leave this man alone. Like, leave him alone, okay? And I was like, KO has become one of my favorite people because of his dry humor and his I don't give up attitude and the I can show you better than I can tell you attitude. I love him. Like, he ain't gotta say too much. He ain't gotta do too much. Just know that when it come down to getting in that ring, he gonna handle his business. He gonna walk up out of there. Like, I enjoy watching KO. So, the contenders, I don't know who's gonna be a contender for NXT. I guess we'll find out Tuesday. But that Kiari versus Bobby match is gonna be a good one. I want to see that. And then they was like Asuka and Charlotte is next week. So I was like, if Asuka and Charlotte's next week, I'm assuming Shotzi and Io are the week after, because that'll basically be all the people from Damage Control. Because we know Bayley been MVP. Her back and stuff probably still not 100%. She probably ain't gonna wrestle at least for a month. Oh, and then speaking of Santos wrestling, he had his arm taped, his shoulder like patched up again. So I'm like, my man, what's going on with the shoulder? Okay, I know some people do it because they don't want to get it hit. It might be sensitive, more sensitive than other areas. But I'm like, you've been wearing this for a year. Like, at this point, you either need physical therapy, you need to get a cortisone shot every week, or you just need to go ahead and get surgery. And I know that's the last option for him if he needs to get surgery, because he's on the rise now, and that will make him be back at the bottom and come back up. Like, he hasn't fully established himself in WWE in a sense that he's in the middle or the beginning of his evolution stage. Like, he went from being a good guy, the one that loves, to being, you know what I'm saying? And people are coming out. He's coming out. People are booing him, and I feel like once he fully becomes that, then he'll be like the Usos or something like that, or who else? Or like Seth, where you're supposed to be a heel, but people love you too much to boo you. Like, I feel like once he gets to that stage, then he could get surgery if he needs surgery. But he also needs to be careful. But I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know him personally. I'm just seeing the tape back on him. Like, I was trying to figure that out. Now I can't see. I'm getting a headache because I can't see. Okay, so after that it was, what was going on after that? I'm ready to go to bed. I got my night clothes on. After that it was yeah. So they was asking like, Logan, does he think Grayson will win or have a chance? And he was like, if he fights as good as he looks, he'd be great in the ring. And I was like, that's true. I honestly think right now that Grayson fought better when he was in NXT. And he also, from the pictures I've seen of like people that I know of that took pictures of him when he's outside of the ring and stuff, he actually looks better outside of the ring. I don't know. Not saying like normal clothes and stuff like that. I'm just saying like comfortable. His hair is not, however they dress, they little. Um, who else? What else? Did all that. I missed it when something was happening to KO. I thought something had happened. Then it was like he did a frog splash, hurt his hand because, of course, at the beginning of the match, Grayson had stepped out of the ring, but Theory's right there to help him. So, um, but KO won. So I'm like, if they have to fight in a couple weeks after that, then excuse me, um, he's gonna be in bad shape. So I was like, I hope his hand feels better by the time he has to go wrestle, because if not, I don't know. And I'm just saying that because these are TV events. I don't even know if he's booked for like Saturday and Sunday. So who knows? I wonder how he's adjusting to life in Florida. I think I heard him tell Kayla like he just moved to Orlando. And moving from Orlando, Canada to Orlando is a huge change. Not just culturally, like mainly culturally. Mainly culturally. And I'm saying that because like right now, it's snowing up there. Like I think they start getting snow October. Like Florida is maybe 60 degrees during the day, 70 degrees, and in the morning it's 40. And Floridians and people that migrated and moved to Florida, they think that's cold. But like people like KO that's been in Canada their whole life, they'll wear shorts outside that weather. And I know because I got friends and stuff from Boston, and my brother was stationed in Kansas City, and it's get cold there in the winter, and it be 50 something degrees, and he have on shorts. And I'm like, what the hell wrong with you? Like, what? What are we doing? Um, Even growing up in like the DC area, it was 50. We had on an undershirt and a sweater and some jeans, but we ain't had no shorts on. Like, my mom would like take a light jacket just in case, but kids, we ain't put no jacket on. Like they had these thick sweaters, like it was polar bear season, and it wasn't even that cold outside. Like that your grandma bought you. I don't even know why they did that to us. No, we was gonna be outside hot as hell from running and playing. I know from a parent's perspective because I do it to my son. But from a kid perspective, you be like, I'm not trying to wear none of this. And you get to high school and get smart and put clothes underneath the clothes you wear. Because if you got smart parents, they'll check your book bag. But they'll give you a personal space. Won't check under your clothes. The parents that are invasive or helicopter parents, they check in everything. So you couldn't even do that if you wanted to. And then you'll change back before you get to the house. If your parents either didn't work or worked a split shift, work a second shift, so they were still home before they were still home by the time you got home or something like that. But or you just switch just in case. Like you be like, oh, I thought you went to work today. And they be like, nope, I had a doctor's appointment. And you just be like, that was a year before like social media and cell phones was really popping. So had the Nextel chirp and all of that. I'm dating myself. Anyways, yeah, so after that KO and the Logan thing, um, and then the women fought. So I think Charlotte got caught. I love that Charlotte and Shotzi had came to back her up, back Bianca up. So they came, and then Kiari, is that how you say her name? She was at one end of the ring, and I think Charlotte had did something to her that the ref ejected her. And then when they saw that, they saw Oscar in the ring. He saw Oscar in the ring. He ejected all of them. So I was like, he ejected all of them but Bayley. That's what I put. I said, so logically, she could come out and help, even though Io had told her to stay in the back. So I'm like, Bayley, like I said, I was like, she was MVP of War Games. And I know when I say she was iced down when she got interviewed, that digital exclusive, she was iced down, like from her neck down. Like she shouldn't have to wrestle for at least 2 more weeks. Because I know, and I know I said that, but child, she took everybody's signatures and finishers, like, for the goodness of the team, and they don't even like you for real. like, like that's dedication, okay? And then what else? Uh yeah, so Bayley tried to help. Bayley tried to help, and no, yeah, because before that, I think Cole and Corey wrote. Corey Graves was like, um, Kiari's gonna have to try to do some high flying or something. She's like, you're going against Bianca, who is a powerhouse. And I said, okay. No, I ain't the only one who thought that. So when Bayley tried to help her, and I think she held her braid or something like that, where she was falling or something, and Kiara was like, okay, okay. They gave each other five. That's where they messed up. When they, oh, yay. I said, because you let your eyes leave from what Bianca was doing. So she tried to go on a rope to help, and Bianca picked her up and Kato did her. And they were, I said, now watch. I said, damage control cannot blame Bayley for that loss. Because Kiari was going to lose regardless. Like, it's Bianca taking this from Seth. It's Bianca freaking Belair, okay? She can lift, her and Raquel can lift 400 pounds, okay? That's Ivar. And then some. Like, it's no way in hell you was, not unless you call her stuck on something for real, that she was about to lose that match, okay? Like, at all. Okay? Speaking of matches, I miss Liv on TV. I can't wait till she get healed. I don't know what's going on with Sheamus. Um, oh, they were showing a funny clip, and they showed a clip of Ricochet and Bronson, and like Ricochet was scared to get thrown outside the ring. And I said, oh, and I was like, I missed them as a tag team, but he out too. I was like, it's the tag team we didn't think we needed. Like that, they came and tag team on a whim, because I forgot Ricochet was getting jumped by, I forgot who he was getting jumped by, because so much has happened since last year. So he was getting jumped, because it started last like December, I think, or it could have been a little after that. But he's getting jumped. Was it Brooklyn Bruce or Imperium? It was one of them. And then Bronson helped him out. Not Bronson. Braun Strowman. I keep saying Bronson. It's too many B names in WWE right now. And then you got Bobby Bronson. You got Bobby Bronson, Braun, Becky, Bianca, Bayley. Like I be getting them. I was getting them mixed up all War Games and tweeting them mixed up. Like what? Um, It's a lot. Like it's enough to get you tongue tied. But yeah, that started, and then Ricochet returned the favor. So yeah, but I missed them as a tag team, and I miss Raquel and Liv as a tag team. But I could see Piper turning on Chelsea because Chelsea looks like she get on her nerves. If they lose them titles, I feel like it's gonna be a match between Piper versus Chelsea. But yeah. So where was I at? I'm trying to think where I was at. Yeah, so I was like, they all try to. Somebody's like, they all try to blame her next week. I was like, they are, but they ain't got no right to. Like, if it was me, yeah, I wanted to go low like that. Like, I'd be like, y'all trying to say I helped lost that match, but I covered all y'all behinds at War Games. Like, I was the first person to go in and the one to get pinned because I moved half of y'all out the way from getting hit. All this other stuff. Like, go ahead. Like, I'm not about to. Okay. And then after that, oh, so then Cole had said something that kind of irked me. Well, it didn't kind of irk me. I wasn't irked. Honestly, I didn't care. I wasn't irked. I just tweeted about it. And he was like, CM Punk is back. It got 95 million views. This is the largest number of views that we've got since full return. And I said, hold the hell on. I said, CM Punk might have got 95 views. And his reaction from like the people was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I said, but I could have sworn The Rock had 150 million views. And I said, somebody else was like, I know, right? Somebody said something. He was like, he did have more views. I said, okay, I know I'm not tripping. And I know that for a fact because when Austin Theory came out for somebody, he was doing this, and you know he turns around and does this thing. And he said, 150 million view man. And something like that. And then turned around, walked down the aisle. And then someone was like, The Rock had that day, I think, like 109 views that weekend and 103 million views and counting. I said, okay. So we ain't going. He not returning as roster, but he's returning star. Like we not gonna play them games like my man's ain't have more views. Okay. Oh, when I said Drew was gonna mess up that match, and then I was like, and then Jay and Seth super kicked him. I don't know. Then they try to make the rivalry between them two eventually, but I was like, Colby don't like Phil, so and I know you got to work with people you don't like, but when it comes to physicality, such as things like boxing and stuff, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, it's people can be professional, you know what I'm saying, and do their job and go home. But at the same time, if I feel like you don't like me or you out to get me, and you hit me on accident, you know, like what Jay did to KO theme wise, you know, you hit me on accident and say something like an elbow hit me in the eye or something. I don't think you did no on purpose. Now it's personal. Okay? I think before that even starts, if that's going to start, to give Seth some months before that starts. Because I'm looking back at I'm looking at his word and stuff. He's like, F you, whatever. And then he was like, who the F hired him? Like, because he was like, this is K5. The wrestlers knew. And I watched the press conference, like I said, and Triple H was like, nobody knew but him and Khan. And I said, you could tell nobody knew. Because when Seth was like, who hired him? I was like, oh, he ain't know. Like, that wasn't okay, file. Like, that was for real. I might want to hold off on that. If that's one of y'all plans, y'all might want to. Also, kudos to whoever is in negotiating and marketing for TKO, because y'all got y'all logo on the Big 12 thing talking about we doing collabs and stuff. Like, the business collabs is out of control. Okay, I don't know what's going on the UCF side, UFC side. I'm saying UCF, like Universal Central Florida. So I used to live in the Orlando area. Like right up there. Not UCF by Golden Rod. UFC. So yeah, like I don't know, but y'all doing it, okay? I need to hire me though. I got a business degree in HR. What is that? But yeah, I was like, okay, tomorrow. I don't even know who playing tomorrow. And I don't know if they're referring to, it's got to be referring to football, because you don't see WWE stars really at no basketball games. Like, you see them throwing the first pitch MLB games, and you see them at college football games. Ugh. Right here. But you don't see them at NFL games or NBA games. Honestly, I think if you really want to cross paths with different cultures and get a broader audience, y'all need to be on like making deals with like soccer, MLS or something, soccer, rugby, lacrosse, like rugby and lacrosse, cricket. Like rugby lacrosse is okay number here, but it's bigger over there on the eastern side of the hemisphere, and so is cricket. Now, as far as this side, it would be cultural effect. Would probably be. Oh, I'm trying to think. The mid section in the western part of the world and the middle part of the world will probably be like track and field, because they all got some country. I'm gonna go in and say hockey. There's a lot of hockey teams, even like in Europe. And then, I would say football over baseball, and only because people watch football worldwide too. Just saying. But yeah. So then Randy comes out, and the battle of the brands. So I was like, he's either gonna remain a free agent. This was my thoughts, or he's going to sign the Smackdown because he has unfinished business with the bloodline. So they come out. Then solo song come out. That's my jam. Hey, no, that bass line go hard. Okay, so he comes out with Jimmy after Paul says what he says or whatever. So then after that, they start, trying to jump in, whatever. And I was like, here we go. So that's it. Jimmy start fighting. He gonna get hit in the head. It's never fails when they jump someone. He gets hit like, in the head. I was like, it'll never fail. So then they start jumping. LA Knight come out. I was like, that's why LA Knight ain't come out Rising Star, because he wasn't a contender. And he's, coming out at the end. So then he gets solo. I don't even know where they go off to. And then Vintage Randy on Jimmy. And my son, he's 9. He said, no, it wasn't the vintage. Was it the vintage? No, then he RKO'd Jimmy. So Jimmy, I said, that's him getting hit in the head. My son said, he ain't selling good. You're 9. So And then you know, Paul comes out talking trash. It's not safe for you on SmackDown. Go to Raw. It's safe on Raw. Da, da. I said he twisting the words around to try to make you think it's not safe on SmackDown. I said it's not safe for the bloodline on SmackDown if Randy come because he gonna raise hell. So he sounds the SmackDown one. People go crazy. Yay! I say it's so crazy that they're so excited. They're like, yay, like SmackDown coming to Brooklyn every week. Which I think they'll be in New York like the day after Christmas. Is this New York or Baltimore or something like that? And then it's certain places they go twice a year, and then other places, cities just go once a year. Like they've been to DC twice, been to Charlotte twice. They've been to California and all that twice. The big cities like that, Chicago, New York. Like, because New York has the Barclays in Brooklyn and Madison Square, they don't do each one twice. Like they'll come to Barclays for like Raw and then go like to Madison Square for SmackDown or something like that. They might come on a holiday show, whatever. Raleigh's once, Greensboro's once. Where else would they go twice? Atlanta, somewhere in Florida, probably either Tampa or Orlando or both, or Miami. One of the three they go to twice, or two of the three I feel like. And then Texas, I was gonna say Houston, but everywhere else they go. Because when they was like, we're live from such, because I don't, sometimes I peep stuff, but half the time I don't. I just watch the match and tweet, and then after that, I talk about it on here, and then I'm done. So I was like, it was just in such and such a couple months ago, but I was like, okay. Like when they came to DC the first time before that, they came to Fairfax. No, they was close. They was close because they came to Fairfax, and then did they go to DC? I think so. No, they just went to DC. But they went to Fairfax and then they went to like Roanoke and stuff like that around. So they'll pick like a lot of cities in, so whatever. But he signed it, then he RKO'd Nick, which was funny. I was like, that gave me Stone Cold vibes. Like he don't give a, And then that was the end of the show. So I was like, overall, it's a pretty good show. Like, for me, because I get the emails of, watch the premiere of SmackDown tonight. This match is happening, this match is happening, this match is happening, which I've told you guys I get. And I told you that it took the element of the surprise out of it for me. And it makes me like, I already know they're going to fight. So I don't even watch it. Like, not unless they announce it after they do the intro. And it was like, we're live from such and such, sold out show, this arena, Coliseum, this many people. And then they'll go, these people are fighting. That's the only way I'm gonna know. Because I'm like I said, it takes the element of surprise. Like, okay, so we know next week Charlotte and Asuka fighting. We know Kiari and Bobby fighting, and then Santos and Dragon Lee fighting. We know that. Now, like, the email will tell us them three matches are happening, and then somebody else came back. This would be the email, and then it's a fourth match on there that they haven't even announced, and that's what the element of surprise goes like. Okay, y'all ruin it now. I don't do that. I don't read Sports Keto and none of them no more. Because I'm like, that takes it out. I don't know who is leaking information. The janitor, the catering people, the production team, whatever. It's I don't do it because I'm like I want to make these videos and watch it as a fan. Like if I read the articles first, which I don't want to, like, you know, but if I read those articles and look at the emails and stuff like that, it's going to take the element of surprise out of it. Then I won't be a fan no more. Then I'm like, okay, my son wants to watch it with me. I'll be like, oh, do I have to? Like, this still gives me something that we can enjoy together. I won't know what's happening. I won't know who's coming back. None of that. Like, I don't even watch it on social media because I watched it when they went to Wisconsin. And I think they said after a dark match, Randy Orton came out, he was like, I'm coming to War Games. And people, then that's how I got all spread out through social media. So when Cody had said, oh, it's something, such and such in your head, I'm like, if you are on social media like me and stumble across this, it takes an element of surprise. But I'm like, for people who don't have social media, they're gonna be excited. Like I wasn't as excited because I knew I was excited. Like the way he looked when he returned was phenomenal. And then yeah, but my son was excited because he didn't know. Also, shout out to Dtfmania. Like her pictures are freaking crazy. Those pictures at War Games, when I tell you that camera is so freaking clear and precise and the way she shoots, you can get the element of the background along with the characters. Like it is so crisp and clean. You can see the hairs on people. Like the one picture was so crisp and clean. I could see the hairs on like Butch's legs, like his blonde hair. I'm like, dang, that's a clear camera. Like that's a good camera. Like good shot for the shots to come out the way they do and for them to be walking and stuff moving and the shot is clear and it's a great picture. Like I'm a fan of her work because she is phenomenal, and I know she's not the only right photographer for wrestling. It's a guy that does like photography of them throughout Orlando and regular clothes and stuff. I just saw his page yesterday, but like for her to do that events and like SmackDown, Raw, NXT, like that is great. Like those pictures are incredible, incredible. Like she got one of Jay on top of the cage with his tongue sticking out. It's one up close of Damien. It's one of like Charlotte in her gear. Charlotte looks stunning. Like it, those pictures are crazy. You hear me? If you haven't seen it, go look on her X page or her Instagram page, Dtfmania. Like her pictures are amazing. You hear me? Amazing. I still sound stuffy. Like I'm still sick. It's allergies. It's all, I promise. If it's not one thing, it's like another. And I'm over it. Like my allergies are worse in the fall than they are in the spring. Because if pollen doesn't fall like it's raining outside, I'm good. But the stuff that's dying that's coming down, like the ragweed and leaves and stuff from the certain trees and stuff, it's messing me up real bad. Anyways, I hope you guys like my video. I am about to go to bed, get my son out of my room because he's playing PlayStation in my room. And I was gonna say I'm gonna try to read, but I don't even know I'm lying to myself. I've been saying that the whole week and fell asleep either with my glasses on my face, the light on, or I say I'm gonna watch TV. TV's just in my room now for decoration, or when he plays it. I had the TV remote on, about to do Fire Stick so I can go to and watch Netflix. And that's the only thing. I want to wake up at 3 in the morning, go use the restroom, 3 or 4. TV's still on. I done fell asleep. After I come back and wash my hands and stuff, cut the TV off, go back to sleep. Like, I don't even know why I play myself. Anyways, you guys have a good night, good week, all that stuff. And don't stress over the holidays. Yeah, don't let it stress you out. Bye.